Leadership Matters. Today we are going to be continuing from where we stopped in the last edition. Don't forget that we started discussing on the basics of effective leaders. And the first thing we mentioned was that leaders perceive a need. Leaders perceive a need. And we said no one has the right to lead if there is no need to be met. And today we are going to be looking at another of the basics of effective leaders, which is that leaders parade a passion. Leaders parade a passion. Now, when an outward need and an inward gift match, the leader often follows by becoming consumed with a passion. Don't forget that leaders are not leaders except they are passionate. In other words, you must be passionate for something. So when you have discovered a need, when you have seen a need that is to be met, you must also know that you have been given a gift by God that is applicable to meeting that very need. Now, in the book of Judges, several leaders experienced this kind of inward chemistry that sparks passion. Now, don't forget, Dr. John C. Maxwell said to us that passion makes up for lack of resources. Please get this right. Passion makes up for lack of resources. No doubt resources are nice to have, human resources, financial resources, and what have you. But many of the judges, like we saw in the Bible, in the book of Judges, were not rich in money, people, or talent when they started. Gideon was scared, for example. Samson lacked a moral backbone. Jephthah was impetuous. Abimelech got overzealous and had to be reprimanded. Some of the judges were even perceived to be too elderly for them to rule. But in all this did not stop them to be able to, come into leadership positions with passion. We saw Gideon being passionate to deliver the people of Israel. We saw Samson being passionate to fight the Philistines. So passion is crucial in leadership. Now, passion comes when a leader has complementary burdens. We are talking of burdens with respect to your areas of interest and your concerns. Every leader must have area of interest and must have area of concern. We are not all called to solve all the needs in the world. There is a peculiar need that you are to solve. There is a peculiar need I am to solve. Therefore, there is a burden that each of us develop for particular area of interest and area of concerns. Number 2, every leader that is passionate must have convictions. In other words, these convictions are born out of values and principles and belief systems. Every leader that is passionate must have conviction. Number 3, every passionate leader possesses a gift. Now, for example, God has given us several abilities. Some of us are good at one thing and some are good at the other. We have been equipped by God to be able to meet particular needs with the kind of giftings that He has given to us. Number 4, passionate leaders have complementary needs. In other words, you must have desperate circumstances that you really want to resolve. You have desperate circumstances usually that you feel this requires my attention and the need must be met by me. That is the spirit of leadership, especially a passionate leader. The next one is opportunities. This is ultimate because leaders will always have occasion to get involved. Leaders must get involved, especially passionate leaders. It is not enough to be a leader, it is important to be a passionate leader. And let me say this to you. A lot of leaders are perceived sometimes to have lost their vision. I meant to say sometimes it's not because they have lost the vision, it's because they have lost passion. The vision is still there, but the passion with which they started to engage the vision has died down. If they can find their passion back, if that passion can be sparked again in them, I bet you they are going to be able to achieve that vision with which they started out. Today's application. Passion generally begins with interest. The question is this: what are your interests as they relate to leadership and the needs around you? Number 2, what makes you cry or what makes you angry? This is actually usually an indicator to the area of needs you are being called as a leader to meet. Number 3, what do you feel strongly about that you often feel driven to act? Every leader has something in them that they just feel strongly about. I am made. It's like you were created and born to meet that very day. Today, you must arise as a passionate leader. Today, you must engage your community and your society as a passionate leader. Enough of leading without passion. I want to encourage you in your place of work, be a passionate leader. In your business places, be a passionate leader. If you are holding political offices, you must be a passionate leader. Passion is crucial in leadership.